What's up guys, and welcome back to the Nurse Nook. My name is Alexis Nicole and I am a registered nurse currently working in the NICU, and now I am in grad school to become a neonatal nurse practitioner. If you guys haven't seen my last video explaining that I got into NNP school, I will leave it down below. Make sure you guys go watch that. But yes, happy September. You guys can see I have added my little pumpkin back to my backdrop just to be a little festive. I know I'm a little bit early, but whatever, I love fall. Okay, so on my last video, you guys had a ton of questions, and I also asked my Instagram community to leave questions in a question box. If you guys are not following my Instagram, make sure you do that because I update you guys daily there. But I got a ton of questions, and so I'm going to answer the most popular questions for my community. People have a lot of questions. They want to know all about my grad school life. Am I working? So I'm gonna answer all of y'all's popular questions in the next few minutes. I wanna say thank you to Picmonic for sponsoring this video. I have been working with their company for years now, and I do that because I believe that their company is such a great resource, especially for nursing students and even students in their prerequisite classes. Picmonic is an audio-visual learning platform that really helps break down learning all things medical. I personally am a visual learner, and I truly benefit from using things like Picmonic, and so that is why I'm so adamant about sharing their resources to you guys, because I know there are a lot of people out there like me, and I think that this could really help people out there. And I always say I wish I would have found out about this when I was in nursing school. But that's okay, because even now, being a NICU nurse in practice, once I switched over to the NICU, there was still a lot of relevant content on that platform that helped me in my role, such as like newborn assessments, learning APGAR scores, respiratory distress syndrome. All of those things were on that platform. So this is not only for just like nursing students. This could really even help you if you're in practice, switching specialties, just want to brush up on certain things. It makes learning really simple. If you guys want to check out their resource, I have a 20% off link that you guys can use down below in the description box. Okay, so let's get into the questions now. The most popular question I probably have to say is, will I be working while I'm in school? And the answer is yes, I will be working. And if you guys are following my Instagram again, y'all probably know that I have been part-time at work now since, oh my gosh, since February now. So I have been part-time technically, even though over the summer I have been picking up a lot more shifts because I went part-time when I was night shift, and working night shift full-time, content creating, balancing my life was a little bit much. And so that's when I decided to go part-time. But since being on days, I felt like I had a lot more time to be myself and to breathe. And so once I felt stable, I was like, okay, I actually got this, I'm good. I can probably start picking up a few shifts. And so that's what I've done. But now that I am in school, and a big reason why I was picking up shifts is honestly, I was just bored at home so much, like being at home so much. I'm a busybody. I need to be doing things frequently. And I know a lot of people don't feel like this, but I actually like to work. I like having somewhere to be. I get questions a lot if I would ever like quit nursing and just do like content creating full-time, and probably not, just because I really enjoy like leaving the house and having somewhere to be. So yes, I will be working. However, I'll be working part-time. And the good thing is I actually don't even start clinicals until my third semester of school. And so the first 2 semesters really will just be like getting back in the groove of like having assignments and carving out study times and learning how I do that, because it's been a while since I've been in school. Leading into the next question, any helpful tactics you'll be following to efficiently balance school and work? So I am now 4 days into my program, and I'm realizing that it has been a long time since I've been a student, and I need to reorient myself and reprioritize my day. And one of the things that I have been doing is schedule blocking. So I have been carving out certain times in my day to dedicate towards certain things. For example, today I am going on vacation soon. So earlier this morning, I dedicated a time block to getting my nails done and getting a few items that I needed for my trip. And then moving forward, I dedicated a block of time to working on my health and fitness, which included working out. And then moving forward, I dedicated time to content creating, which is now. This is what I'm doing with you guys. And then after this, I will be dedicating time to completing my assignments. And I know this is probably backwards for some people, but I typically get my best work done and I'm more focused towards the end of the day, because at the beginning of the day, I'm like, my mind is running a mile a minute thinking of all the things I have to do, all the places I have to go, all the errands I have to run. So just being able to have everything checked off my list and being able to just focus on whatever assignment I have is what works best for me. Another question is, how long is my program? So my program is 2.5 years long, which sounds like forever. This is a good question. How did I know I was ready for school? So becoming an NNP is something I have wanted to do since being in nursing school. Being little, immature Lexi being in nursing school, I thought I was gonna get out of nursing school, work in the NICU for 2 years, and then go to NNP school immediately. That was not the case. And a lot of that isn't just because I couldn't. A lot of that was because I started being interested in other fields. So I did ER for a couple of years, and then I did mother baby, which honestly was just to bridge me to NICU. But I didn't stick to that exact plan, and so I still knew I always wanted to move forward with NNP. So once I was in the NICU, things were like just totally new to me, and honestly I was feeling very not confident, and I was talking to my partner about like, I don't know if it's too soon, if I should wait some more, just because I feel like I still know nothing. And I just made the decision that I'm gonna know nothing regardless. Like whether I'm a nurse or an NNP, I am still gonna have that feeling that like, oh, I don't know enough to move forward. It's just a different role. So I figured I'm gonna learn anyway along the way. Why don't I just knock it out now? I'm one of those people that if I have an idea, if I have like a fire under my butt, I need to get it done now while I have the motivation. And so that's what I did. Honestly, even when I was applying to the program, I was still a little bit weary. I was like, I don't know. Just like so many things are happening in my life. I have a lot of cool opportunities. I don't know if now's the best time for school, but I told myself, I'm like, I'm just gonna apply. If I get in, I know that's God telling me like, this is what I'm supposed to be working on. And then I got in. Honestly, I was shocked that I got in. I will say that I was shocked that I got in, but obviously it's in God's plans for me. And so I was like, you know what, that's it. It's meant for me. I'm doing it. And I don't regret that decision. Okay, someone asked, did I have to have a specific GPA? So the GPA requirement was at least a 3.0, and I had that from nursing school. So I didn't have to take any extra courses for this program. I didn't have to take my GRE. The requirements, and this is answering another question, but the requirements for me for this program was at least a 3.0 GPA. I needed 3 letters of reference, one from a current manager, one from a academic personnel, and then one professional. So I had an old preceptor, I had my manager, and then I had one of my adjunct professors in nursing school write me letters of recommendation. Oh, and I also had to do a personal statement. Another popular question, is it online or in person? So my program is mainly online. There are a few courses, there are a few times throughout the program that you actually have to go to campus and do like labs and like a couple of other requirements that I can't think of right now. We did have to go to campus for orientation. That was 2 days long, but I think throughout the whole program there may be like 4 or 5 times that you have to go to campus, but all of your classes are mainly online. Now the clinical part is definitely in person. That's something that you have to do in person, but as far as lectures and classes and schoolwork, that's all online. But I'm just gonna add this little tidbit here. I will not be sharing the name of the school. I'm going to. I might after I graduate, but to protect my privacy and my future, I'm just not sharing that information. So very sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry because that's my business, but you know what I mean. Ooh, this is a good question. Am I getting my master's or my DNP? I am getting my master's. I had thought about getting the DNP, but honestly, for what I want to do in life and with my career, I just don't think it's necessary at all. Like it would be cool to have, don't get me wrong, but at this stage in my life, I don't think it's necessary for me to have a DNP to do what I want. This is a good question. Why neonatal NP and not FNP? Something more broad. Because I have no desire to do anything more broad, to be honest. I know I want to work with babies forever, and so there's no need for me to do an FNP and waste my time, because one, I couldn't work in a NICU setting with an FNP, and two, I'm just not passionate about other fields like I am the NICU. NICU is something that is not for everybody, but if it's for you, you know it's for you. And I have done many different other specialties, and I can confidently say that NICU is my bread and butter. Something that I've always wanted to do. I'm doing it now, and I really have no desire at this time. Again, things change, I never say never, but at this time I really have no desire to do anything else, especially not with adults. So that is why I didn't do something more broad. If anything ever changes in my career, I could always go back and get like a postmaster's certificate, which is like a semester or two long, but I don't see that for myself. Another good question, how many years of experience as an RN did I have before applying to school? So I had 4 years of experience as a nurse before applying to my program that I am in now. By the time I start clinicals, I will have like 5.5 years as a nurse, but I currently have over 1.5 years of NICU experience. Now, technically, a lot of programs do say that you have to have 2 years of NICU experience before going back to NNP school. However, I really sold myself in my personal statement by sharing how applicable my experience in pediatric ER, mother baby, how that really helped add to my experience in the NICU. And also, by the time I start clinicals, I would have over 2.5 years of NICU experience. And so they really want you to have the experience before starting clinicals. Another question is, what kind of things did I look for when deciding on an NNP program? To be honest, there are not a whole lot of NNP programs out there. So the pot is very small to choose from. So it wasn't very hard. When you compare it to programs like FNP programs that are literally all over the country and they are popping them out everywhere, it's very slim. It's very slim. I can probably count on like my hands and toes how many NNP programs there are throughout the country. So it wasn't very hard, but again, to protect my privacy, I'm not going to share too many details about my specific school. And the last question I'm going to answer, which I kind of touched on in previous questions, but someone asked, why didn't I choose CRNA? Now, I know CRNAs make great money, and I will add this in here also. NNPs are one of the highest paid nurse practitioners. They make pretty good money. I'm just gonna say that. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, CRNAs I think is an amazing job, amazing opportunity, really cool. It's just not my thing. I know that you can make a lot of money. If I were to do something like that, it literally would be for the money, which is not the right thing to do going into that field. So I wouldn't even do that to myself. It's just one of those things that don't interest me. Like I just literally have no interest in that setting or that job description. A lot of people love it. I personally know a lot of CRNAs. Some of my best friends from nursing school are going back to be CRNAs. It's just not my thing. If it's your thing, great. It's an amazing field. There are people that I can point you to that know a lot about it. Just not for me. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have a lot of cool content coming for you guys, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.